Welcome back, World History 2 students. Mr. Deegan here. Please get out your Unit 1 VidNotes packet and turn to page 10. We'll be working from page 10 and 11. Today, we will be tackling lesson number 5, entitled Geography and Interpreting Maps. At this point, you might be asking, why study maps? Why devote an entire lesson to maps? In other words, why are maps important? My lesson today will hopefully help you understand why maps are important for understanding the world, the cultures of the world, and the world around us. I have an example here for you. We've just been studying terrorism in lesson number 4. The right map here in the corner is a map that shows you the locations of the 196 countries in the world. To the left, a physical feature map of all of the major land forms, all of the major mountains and rivers and oceans of the world. Below is a map of terrorism that shows you from 1970 to the present day, a course of 40 years, the number of terrorist attacks around the world. If you don't know where the countries of the world are or where their physical features are, this map below about terrorism will be far less meaningful to you. For example, look at this country here in South Asia. If you didn't know this country was India, you couldn't go on to ask deeper questions around it. Questions like, why does India have so many terrorist attacks based on this dot graph? Or has a conflict been going on with India's neighbor, Pakistan, which might explain the high concentration of terrorist attacks here? By knowing the location and the land features of a place, we can ask better, deeper historical questions about that place. Let's now take a step back and define maps. What are maps? They are symbolic illustrations of a place. What can maps help us do? First, maps help us locate countries and cities. Second, maps can show mountains and deserts, rivers and oceans, and the elevation and depth of land and water. Third, maps can show how humans interact with the world. In other words, the cultural patterns of our world. Maps are difficult to make accurate. Why? Earth is a three-dimensional sphere, but maps are created on a one-dimensional plane. Maps are the most accurate symbol that we can get. Throughout history, there have been many map makers who've created these one-dimensional symbols. And this is the Mercator map projection. It was first used by sailors in the 1500s, in the age of exploration, the age of Christopher Columbus. It's now used by Google Maps, Yahoo Maps, and other internet companies. But the Mercator map projection has flaws. It distorts the size of land masses that are further north or south of the equator. Let's look further at this distortion. Look at Greenland. This is northeast of North America. Look at Australia, south of Asia. This is the reason why historians have rejected the Mercator map projection today. As I said, the Mercator map projection distorts the size of land masses, and I showed you Greenland and Australia. In actuality, Australia is more than 3.5 times larger than Greenland. But if you looked at a Mercator projection, you'd say, oh my goodness, Greenland is so much larger than Australia. And it's because of this that this Mercator projection has been rejected. Today, historians and all of us